Yo, never get caught holding the grams. Never take a bitch word over your mans. Stay close to him, never let him know where you live. Never let him get familiar with your dough or your kids. Put the toast to him, always stay quiet and humble. Don't be scared to take it to the knife or the gun in the rumble. I can show you how to get your neck broke. Stretch coke in the middle of the ocean on a mean duplex boat. Look here, there is no competitor. Z9 with the spaceship doors that open up regular. Get it on with the hard plastic. My 16s have niggas feeling like they tripping off acid.
Then ain't no nigga gonna tell me I can't go get money over there. I don't care.
Shout out to SURREALMOOKIE, yo, no doubt.
Tried to stay in that space for as long as I could because I really wanted to reiterate the same things, and I feel like the points are sort of getting missed over. The start of this conversation came with me saying that I was tired. So if everybody keeps saying this started this way, I started the conversation. So I just want to get this out the way. Chris Unbias is nobody to me. I have no beef with this man. I didn't know he was at the R.B.E. event. I have not seen him in person. I didn't even know what the nigga looked like until OTF posted him and posted the dick riding shit. After OTF posts that, then his comments of he's a sexual predator. That upsets me because why does everybody know this? And like you said, now everybody's upset because he made a list. And now everybody want to talk about his charges. That's crazy to me. So I said, I got in a space. It was about 10 people in there. I got in a space. I said, I'm tired of this culture. I don't feel like I need to be in a culture where y'all think it's okay to let this man walk around freely and do what the fuck he want to do. These charges is crazy. Because I'm not one who goes off of, people say a lot of things and they don't read paperwork. I'm not one to go off of what everybody else says. I heard his name before, but I never got his real name or who he was. Now his name is popping up again. Boom. They put the list out. I look up his name. I look up his charges. These is very real charges. Very real. I go and read the paperwork. Read the evidence. So I feel uncomfortable that as a culture, we've allowed him to run around and do whatever fuck he want. He should have never even been made to make that list and made y'all feel uncomfortable because he should have been gone a long fucking time ago. That was my point. Everybody else in the space says, well, no, we agree with that. We agree with that. We believe he should have been gone. So if y'all feel like he should have been gone, why the fuck is he still here? That's the question.
And if you're going to take him, if you're going to put him, see, first off, and that's the other part to it. You got a Battle Truth, you got an Adept, you got a lot of weird motherfuckers.
I'm just telling y'all how it's unfolding.
All right, go ahead.
I'm just telling you how it's unfolding. Because this is just who I know. Mind you, I say this all the time. I got in the culture 2019. I don't know a lot of y'all. I don't know a lot of history. I'm not one of, I don't do it. It's not me. So I don't know the stories. I'm going off of what I hear when I come in this motherfucker. Chris Unbiased is just the topic of discussion right now. So it's no fake outrage because I don't know what y'all got going on that y'all been here for so long and ain't nobody else wanted to do nothing or say. I don't know what other people got going on. I just got here. I'm just finding out right now. I'm telling y'all right now when I'm finding out he bogus and y'all bogus for letting him stay here. I don't like the fact that everybody is making this a R.B.E. hate train because I specifically said, I don't know what happened before today. At the end of this conversation, I say, I don't know what happened before today. But we standing on today. We agree as a culture that today we don't want him around. Everybody else been reporting the YouTube page. Everybody else been doing this. Cool. We saying today as a culture, we don't fuck with him. You either stand with us or you stand on that side. This is where R.B.E. comes up. Because, and mind you, I apologize because I called you because I only know you. I don't know nobody else over there, R.B.E. besides you. So I called you. You feel me? Did not know what was going on with your mom. My condolences, all of that. And I just felt a type of way also because it was hella R.B.E in there and nobody said something. So I feel like if y'all knew she had that going on, motherfucker could have said, hey, we ain't got other shit going on right now. We holla hell late. Y'all, like, I feel like motherfuckers could have said that for real. But that's another thing. Cool. So I said yes. Bonnie got up there and said, I talked to somebody, ARP or something. One of them, she said she talked to one of y'all. And she had seen him at the face-off, and she said, is he going to be at the event? Because if he comes to the event, I'm not coming. That was the conversation. She says he was not at the event. And then later on, he comes to Max Out 3. Carson said he had Max Out 3. Then they pull up a screenshot where he was at Max Out 3. I don't know this man. I don't know this man from a canopy. I'm finding all of this out right now. This became a thing today because they said, well, what are we going to do for the people who still stand with him? They on that side. I just blocked hella people today. It has nothing to do with you. I literally went down because I just really don't like that they made this about R.B.E. I literally went to Chris Unbias thing, his Twitter page, and I went down the list and started naming people. I just unfollowed Big Cannon. I called him out. I just unfollowed Trufo. I called everybody out. So it was never an R.B.E thing. It was never a hate on Wing, like I don't like the portrayal that y'all trying to make this. My thing was get him the fuck out the culture. And anybody that's standing with y'all feel like, oh, and we need more evidence. Cool. Let him work out his evidence separate from the culture. Y'all want that? Let him fight his case over there. That's weird to me. It's weird to me that when females get in these spaces and they talk about how they assaulted, we asking the females all type of questions. I've seen it firsthand with Greedy Gotti. I've seen it firsthand with Rock Lee. I've seen it firsthand with all of these females in the culture who get up and they start speaking on shit and y'all attack them. But when a nigga say, oh, such and such a snitch, we just run with it.
That's because from jump they don't respect women, and that's part of the issue, and that's what a lot of
and that's what I'm saying. So I don't want to be a part of a culture where y'all don't respect women. So that's what I'm saying. Stand up, pick a side. It had nothing to do with R.B.E. Has everything to do with these fucking predators that's walking around comfortable as fuck.
I agree with you.
I don't know who was next, Steffi or
Tony. I think it was Steffi.
Yeah, Steffi then Tone.
I'll be super quick.
No, first, I'm sorry, Steffi.
It's okay.
First and foremost, I want to acknowledge what Eon just said. So I want to say, I personally completely agree. I've been standing that from the jump, but other things have been spoke on, and if you want to have a conversation, yes, we can talk about it. I'm just not going back into all of that. Now, when it comes from the standpoint of when you're talking about putting it on his jacket, like, I'm not going to just jump out the window and call somebody a pedo. You know what I'm saying? And that's the word that
I think what she's saying is, which I do agree. I mean, right now we're having events in Virginia, but if we were still having them and I don't have no issues with Chris either, but at the same time, because of this, I have daughters. So because of this, he wouldn't be able to come to the event, but I can tell him that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have no problem with telling him that. And again, I don't know, that wasn't a decision of mine per se. You know, the hate train is going to come from where it's originated from. The hate train has always been there. That ain't nothing new. So yeah, attach R.B.E. to a situation or whatever the case may be. And that's fine. Like, I can't change people's minds about nothing. But like I said, that was something, again, that happened 6 months ago and people are mad today. So you bring up whatever you want to bring up. That's cool. What I can say is that he wouldn't be at another event. Like, this is something, it's real.
And you know what I mean? Everything I love, when I swear to God, I said that. That's why I don't understand with this fake, because I literally said this. I said, all motherfuckers got to do today is say, oh, he's not allowed at another R.B.E. event. I don't know what confusion it was before. I don't know what was said before, what got misconstrued. All we got to do is say he's not allowed at an R.B.E. event today. That's it. That's
And
all
then
I
I would say even Max Out, I kind of wish that didn't happen either. But I do understand because ARP, I have to bring shit to Lawrence and ARP and Shata because they don't be paying attention to shit. But
But that's
yeah,
why I just don't like the question of, well, why didn't we do this soon? It don't matter.
right.
It
Well,
don't
no,
matter. And that's what I was saying. It really don't matter
Eon,
what happened.
because you like them aren't really privy to everything that's going on. So you hear one thing, you think for a second, oh, he's not in jail. So I think at one point he was trying to say that. And again, I don't know. Like I said, because I hadn't really I've been updated to new stuff, but back then it was that I guess it was over. I guess COVID was over. So he was out. He got the bracelet taken off. All these, again, little particulars that were coming out that showed that this man was free. As far as what ARP was seeing is that, okay, and I can't really speak for him. I just know when the shit happened and he basically said, yeah, he's not welcomed. Right now, he got to work his shit out or whatever the case may be. He stood on that. And I know that for a fact because we spoke on it. What happened from then to then, I believe, like I said, it was the fact that it seemed as if we weren't sure, but I can't say that the man went and said, let me go pull up the paperwork and see when there's so much other shit that man got going on in his life. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I can say, yeah, he didn't go do what other people may feel is his due diligence to do that. But I'm not sitting here saying that I'm checking his shit either because I got too much to do every day. However, where we stand right now.
My thing, Wing, was like, even if you didn't go check his jacket, right? Let's say you didn't go check because you feel like he don't really matter that much. He's a blogger.
Right.
He's not a battle rapper. He's not somebody who's really conducive to the culture. Like we got a bunch of media. He's not needed. So I just feel like even if it's a question, why we can't just...
Oh no, I hear you. No.
You know what I'm saying?
And
even the people who bringing up R. Kelly and Michael Jackson, like that's cool. Let's bring it up. So y'all never gonna stand on shit.
People that no. We see that when we do that, these aren't people who are accessible to us. So I get where you're coming from. If we go, let's keep it with the people who are accessible. But like I said, I'm not referring to you or Steffi or anybody that I know where it comes from as far as a real place and time, and it has nothing to do with R.B.E. It should be as a culture, as you stated.
It's a culture, and that's what I want people to get to understand. It was a culture. I called out everybody as a culture. Why are we standing with predators? And mind you, he's just the first one under the fire. I can't wait till bitches start sending me these names so I can light y'all ass up on phone them. I don't play, and my thing was I don't like being uncomfortable. I don't like every time I feel like I gotta take a break. I just gotta get off the internet. I can't even look at my phone because everything is just flooded with negative battle rap shit. No, G. If I'm finna be comfortable around this bitch, I'm finna make everybody else uncomfortable. I don't like this shit. That's weird. I done seen females step up and say shit and y'all dog them. Well, why didn't you say anything then? Well, why did you then? Fuck all that. I'm saying something now.
That's a fact. Let me hand it over to Steffi real quick.
Oh, I'll be super quick. For anyone who is really questioning if rapists walk free, I just want to say my own personal. My rapist walked free. I watched them leave the courtroom. I watched the jury stop believing my story and believing theirs. Like, I watched all of this happen. And luckily, I have people in my life that just don't stand for that. And hood justice got me right. But not everybody has that opportunity. There are a lot of rapists walking free. This is not a new thing. It's not something that rarely happens. It happens all the time. Number two, the state attorney in his case, her name is Ashley O'Neill. She's a lovely lady. You can contact her at the DeKalb County Court. And anyone could do that. I've done it. I've spoken with her several times because, again, like I said, this unfolded when I was still in the Facebook Battlerap groups many years ago. So we all it unfolded together. So I do give grace to people who are new to the culture who might not know that this was a thing. But it was a thing even back then. That's why people like Bonnie are so involved, because it happened all at the same time. Chris used to run his own Facebook group, like the Unbias group. I don't remember what they were called. But
Yeah, Unbias.
When everything kind of came to a point where people were kind of learning about it, that group split off. So there ended up being 2 battle rap groups. The BRC group and then the Unbiased group still existed. And then we had AFM back then as well. And it kind of unfolded in there. So anyone that's pretty new to the culture the last couple of years might not really know about the situation and might only just see him as a blogger. So I do give you guys grace if you didn't know, but now you do. So like I said, contact the state attorney. You can get updates if you need to. It's a matter of public record. You could Google his name. All of his charges will come up. It'll also come up if you search a little deeper, pause if necessary. You will find all the different times that his lawyers brought motions to dismiss, motions to suppress. All of those things are publicly available. So let's not pretend that this is like something that you can't access or you need special privileges to do so. You can literally Google it right now. Christopher Gunsby, that's his name. It'll all come up, his picture. I believe one case is from 2015. The other one is from 2017. And then there's some details in between if you read all the case files. And my last thing, and then I'm going to go to the listeners because I have some laundry to put away. This is definitely not an R.B.E. issue. So I hope no one is in the listeners just waiting to vilify this league, because that's not what it is. I think what ends up happening is whatever league he frequented or whatever league they last seen him at, people are just attaching that to find someone to blame. And I get it. I do. But it's not an R.B.E. problem. It is a culture problem.
That's complete ignorance.
For sure. But that's what happens, right? People need to find something to hang on to in order to place blame somewhere else. What we need to do is just remove him from the culture. No matter what event you see him at, no matter what league it is, no matter where you see him, just make sure that he is no longer allowed to occupy the same space as you, period. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you're at a very small league with 12 people or you're at R.B.E. with 1,000 people. It does not make a difference. If you're not comfortable standing up to someone in that position, I'm not sure, then talk to someone else about it. But this should be a cultural thing, because I do want more women to feel comfortable coming forward, because this is not the only person in the culture that does fuck shit. I promise you it is not. And we need to start really looking at the people that we allow to stay in the culture. Obviously, we can't police who comes in because we don't know everybody right at first. But once we do find out these things, no matter when you find them out, whether you find them out right away or 5 years later, like at that point, we need to do something about it, because more women come into the culture every day and they should be able to feel safe at events, period. Like I told the last spaces, I had a fan, not a blogger, not a rapper, not anybody, a fan threatened to rape me at an event. He was banned from every single league in Canada within the hour. No questions asked. Period. Done. You can't come here anymore. Sorry. No more battle rap for you.
As it should be.
So we just need to less blaming of everybody and more let's figure out what we're going to do about it from today onwards.
That part. Solution. That's really what,
let's be solution based for sure.
Right. Any other day I wouldn't have cared. I it wouldn't even matter. And actually I did pull up to the other space. I didn't know that that's what it was. I heard, but I'm just like, okay, because I got so many mentions and I'm like, what the hell is going on? I thought it was something that these rascals was doing. So when I heard Eon talking, and I think OG Spaces, but I was like, okay, did they just want me to listen, or like what am I doing here? And so I left, and then Piranha tagged me again, and I'm like, okay, you know what? No, not today. I'm kind of glad that, shout out to Power who made the space, because Caution had called me, and we had a scheduled show, Kwai and I, but Caution called me, and when I heard, and I'm just hearing what is going on, I probably would have completely went off. So I do appreciate the fact that, like I said, Eon, that the passion, how passionate she is about this. I ain't mad at that, but I heard she was getting muted and all this different stuff. Like, yeah, okay, he was at one event recently 6 months ago. I cannot say that he would be at another. I know anything that we're doing, I have to let him know. Look, at this point, it's what it is. I was surprised when he was there. But like I said, because people seem to feel the way that they do, especially the men, while all the women, I hear what they're saying for these women to feel comfortable, but yet and still, the men that of battle rap, just black men in general, if you say one thing, but I see your actions in everything else. And apparently he's been offered other situations throughout the culture, and these things aren't being noted. So yeah, if there's going to be a solution, just make it a solution.
P Black said that nigga for shit show ain't welcome at OSBL. Shout out P Black.
Of course. Yo, we're gonna kick it to Tony, then we're gonna kick it back to Eon, then Raw Image.
First and foremost, my condolences, Wing.
Thank you.
What I wanted to say is, and Eon made a lot of great points, amazing points. The problem that I have is I keep hearing like, oh, I don't have a problem with Chris, or I can't say this about him, or I can't say that about him. But it's like, if you didn't do the due diligence to actually read in depth his case, the findings, all of that stuff, the police reports, then at the same time, you can't be upset at somebody who did and they see the wild stuff that was in his possession, and then call people out who still follow him, who still say things like, they don't have a problem with him, or da 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 da. Because it's like, okay, if you are one of those people that it's innocent until proven guilty, you completely have that right. But the man was caught with child pornography in his possession. So if you want to say he is innocent until proven guilty on the rape charges or whatever case may be, there's no explanation on this God green earth for a grown man, or any man period, to have child pornography in their possession. If that alone does not give you a reason to question someone, unfollow them, distance yourself from them, then I have a right to feel some type of way and question you.
All right, so I'm gonna say this, Tony. I'm gonna start out by saying this. I unfollowed him because that's what was asked of me, and I saw the energy in that space that said, "Hey, we're really moving forward as a culture," and I did appreciate that. Now, what I did not appreciate was everything you said was spot on, but the way you worded that tweet is what triggered a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Because of your verbiage in that tweet. And when you did it, it's like, all right, man, I don't mind that. Like, oh, he was at an R.B.E. event, he was this, he was that. But if you put that P word in a comment and then say R.B.E. battlers and then say they weird too, no matter what you said in between, it doesn't fucking matter. It's just those three statements that make all the difference in the energy you'll receive from that. So if I offended you in any way, I do not apologize, but I will take responsibility for it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and as a man, I will say, like, we all still need some type of knowledge sometimes. If I worded something wrong, then yes, that is my apologies. But I just simply asked the question is, how
But how are
do
we?
we?
Hold on. How are we weird though?
And this is what I'm saying.
What is
I feel like,
Yeah, that the
what
shit
is
I
the
don't like.
exact message
and
that
this
I
is what
said?
I'm saying, because I feel like this is it, and this is why I feel like it got thrown off topic. Because, like I said, I was going down the list, so I was calling everybody weird. I said Y'all, we deciding today, this is all, because I'm putting blame on nobody else. This is all on me. I started this shit. I said this shit. I went down the list. I literally searched his page. Chris Unbias. I went to his followers. 4,000 followers. I went to the followers you know. That means every follower me and him got in common. I went down the list. I literally started naming people. They said that he was at an R.B.E. event. Bonnie said that she talked to y'all and then y'all let him in a R.B.E. event after that. That's where the problem came in. So then people went on a rampage of, well, oh, if R.B.E. supports that, they're weird. And until they answer, which is why I don't understand why nobody just came up and started speaking, because everybody was in the comments and everybody was tweeting, but nobody wanted to come up and speak. Like, that's so weird to me, but cool.
No, I did.
That's exactly my point.
Hold on. I don't even want to get off topic. Cool.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't want to get off topic either. I want to read exactly what my
It's in the Jumbotron. I just put it up there.
Thing said. Okay. No, that's Tati stuff. I'm trying to. People will have to click on that to actually read and all that other stuff.
Well, I'll give you another.
I says, do that mean that them people wanting to battle on R.B.E. weird? I think so, because you actively want to be a part of a team that rock with child porn weirdos. That was a question and a statement to the conversation that was initially going on, which was he was at an event. Somebody needs to come forth and say that they either don't fuck with him because it seemed like y'all are supporting it.
But you said, I think so, which R.B.E. is weird. I think so.
I don't think I'm wrong for answering my own question, because
that's the subject that's at hand. So we was talking about like Miss Petty came up there and said, well, I'm waiting on his case. I'm waiting on the evidence. Cool. You're now a weirdo. We just assigned you to that list. Next person that come up. Oh, well, I don't know. I got to see. Cool. You're now a weird. That's what we was up there doing. So I don't like that it get to R.B.E. and now motherfuckers want to act like it was just so different when it got to y'all. No, I lined them up. Anybody that came in that space and they followed him, I called them up there. I was waiting on Fonz to come up. Fonz never came up. Like, let's talk about, I'm not just calling out R.B.E. It wasn't just R.B.E. It wasn't an R.B.E. thing. Y'all said that we as a culture need to stand together. Y'all said y'all been letting this nigga slide and nobody been standing on shit. So I said, cool. Today is the day we stand on shit. Today is the day we pick a side. If you feel like he's cool and you want to, cool, stay over there. That's all I said. Stay over there. This is what I was doing. I said I was going down my list and I was unfollowing people. They said they wanted to do this as a culture. We need to do this as a culture. We should have been doing this. That's what they said. So cool. Now the solution is he's not allowed at any battle rap events. Where was the last battle rap event he went to? R.B.E. Okay, cool. We need to holler at R.B.E. and see what they got going on with him, because they need to know he's not allowed in the culture. Once they know that, once they say, oh yeah, we agree with y'all, we stand with y'all, he's not allowed in the culture, boom, we have nothing to talk about no more. So then, when the new rappers come in the culture, it's no, I didn't know the story, I didn't know who he was. You know why? Because the old head standing at the door is checking him. Hey bro, you know you're not allowed in here. I don't give a fuck, this 5 years late, you know you're not allowed in here. Y'all been in this culture for 20 years. It's no way this man should be able to walk around. So I said it's a no-fly zone. And anybody that stand with him is a weirdo. It's that simple. Wayne just got up here and said, we ain't got to let him at another event. We with y'all. That's what she just said. So I don't understand why we still going back and forth about the weird shit. The solution is everybody go report his YouTube for child endangerment. We need to stop his money from coming into from the money he getting off this culture. We need to stop that. He's not allowed at no more events. Bloggers don't need to repost anything that he fucking says, any list that he make. Fans don't need to tag us in anything that got to do with that man, and let him work out his situation on the outside. If you don't agree with that, please let me know so I can block you.
I'm gonna tell you this, Eon. At the end of the day, I can't speak for RBE. I can only speak for myself. It's up. If I see it, they already told me how they felt about it and how they felt about it, including Tati and Hustle. You know what I'm saying? How they felt about it, they told me, and that was in that space. This one ain't recorded, but at the end of the day, if I do see, I frequent RBE events. If I see him at an RBE event, it's up. It's just that simple.
I just want to.
As it should
I
be.
just want to reiterate, it wasn't an attack on y'all. Like literally, everybody was getting called out about it. It just was confirmed 3 different times that he was at one of y'all events. Lastly, so then when people like some of the intake guys get on the timeline, like, no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. And then people post pictures saying yes, showing yes, he was. And then some of y'all battlers that's at the events that who we respect is saying, no, yeah, he was there. I seen him. It's like, come on now. The new guys, okay, sit this one out. We not personally attacking. And I kept trying to get them, stop trying to make it like a URL battlers versus R.B.E battlers.
Exactly.
We don't really care about that. We just trying to focus on him. So it's just like we just want somebody to say, oh well, he was at that one. He won't be at no more of them though after this. That's literally
And
it. That's
Tati,
all it was supposed to
you
be.
a witness
I
of this,
came in
right?
y'all
Me
Can
space
I?
being
and I
me,
talked.
hold on,
Oh
me
my bad,
being
Ron. Go ahead, sis.
URL and all that. What I said, Tati, I said, yo, URL rappers included, nigga.
Go ahead, Ron.
Men as a whole, period.
Right.
Hey, hold on, Hustle
We
talking.
definitely
God
held all
damn it.
men
You can't hear her.
accountable.
No, I'll be back.
Like that's what I said. So when Power was like, oh, I don't keep up with this messy shit. That's why I flipped. I'm like, messy.
And
When is
I
women being raped
understand why
messy?
you did, and I apologize for the way I worded that. You know what I'm saying? In that situation, I didn't mean it in that manner, but the way I worded it did come off in that way, and I apologize for that.
I
Same
accept
thing
that, and
for
I
me, bro,
apologize
which
if
I
I
feel
came
like we
at you
could have had a
crazy because
discussion with it.
I'm speaking from a woman perspective and a victim's perspective. Also, you get what I'm saying. So it's like, damn, what you serious? Like I held URL rappers accountable too, men as a whole. Like, nigga, what's up? How y'all letting this
We in
nigga
a
rock?
male dominated sport. We kept
No,
saying
for
that.
them,
Like,
twerk was acting like we held him hostage for him to make the tweet and read. Like I be like,
fact.
come
Yeah.
on, gang. This had nothing to do with y'all. Like this not no individual thing.
This us
And
as a
y'all can
culture.
even
But
ask Mills. I
It's not
told
no
Mills.
individual
can
thing.
I
Y'all
I'm
can
can
telling
I
you.
add this and then I'm gonna shut up because I feel like we got the resolution kind of because y'all said he won't be at any more of y'all events, so I don't want to be the dead horse. But some of y'all are still currently following him on here, even because we just still keep going through the pages and stuff like that. So if you don't support him,
I just
just
unfollowed them.
thank you, Caution, for real. Just like, just dead it completely. Disassociate. We disassociate ourselves from so many different things and people in this
Right.
culture. Now, when it's something so important, it shouldn't be a problem for us to do that. And when I apologize. I'm speaking for me because I was vocal in my last space, well, in the last space too. I did not know your mom. This was her death anniversary or anything like that. I'm sorry. I don't feel like you should have to address that on your mother's death date or anything like that. But I didn't see your tweet. I wish somebody would have spoke up and let us know that at least so we could have been like, okay, we understand why she wouldn't deal with anything battle rap related or whatever this week or today or whatever like that. But I apologize for that because I
That's
wasn't
fine. I
aware.
appreciate that. Yeah, no, that I made a tweet early this morning, but I've also retweeted a lot of stuff. So no, that's cool.
Yeah,
I
not
just
and that
yeah.
I really wanna apologize for that for real, cause on front of I know I be yelling and shit, so it be and that's why I feel
It
like
just
that's
be
why the hate train
passionate.
really started because I was just so big on like fuck that and fuck you feel me. I was just so mad
Nah,
about
like
the
I
shit.
said,
But
that
like on phone
listen,
now,
I get it. I get it.
I ain't even trying to come at none of
To
y'all
be
G like
honest, it's my to be honest, it's my brothers, my mom, then my dad, and they're all gone. So February ain't the month for me, but I understand. I
nah, for
completely
sure.
understand.
Nah, for sure.
I was in y'all space. I came up, I pulled up, I talked. I was unaware, like I said, of any of the evidence that y'all had at that time. Like the only thing that I knew about it, the ending part of last year was that he had some allegations. He was out, and that old girl said that he lived down the street from her, and he came out and showed like I live in this beautiful neighborhood type shit. I didn't know any of the specifics or nothing that was going on. And I was saying because he isn't a part of my circle or what I got going on is probably why I didn't know. Due to the trauma that I've dealt in my own life, I wouldn't go and investigate nobody else's trauma. So I understood what everybody was saying. I heard y'all out. I agreed with y'all. You know what I mean? I felt where niggas was coming from. I did hit Wing up personally and talk to Wing and let her know what was happening. But how it looked, you know what I'm saying, and the aggression that came, I guess I didn't necessarily feel attacked, but I did kind of feel like everybody was jumping on a nigga, like, because of how I was saying it. I guess I take a minute to get to the point. I mean,
I'm sorry you felt like that, Caution. It's so hard when these conversations come up because it's very touchy. It's a very touchy subject for just everybody, but it's an uncomfortable subject to even discuss. So,
right.
I
See,
like even
Tati,
you speaking up.
Tati, it'd be for me, not to cut you off, but it'd be for me. And that was my frustration when she did tell me. And like Hustle was saying, the black men, and I actually, before she came in here, that'd be my thing. I see y'all at our events and y'all don't say shit to these people. You know what I mean? That's the shit that be killing me. It's like you wait until after the fact or when the nigga piss you off or whatever the case may be, and it's all, so I'm
That's
glad
the
that
fake
Leon.
outrage shit I'm talking
But that's
about.
what
And
we said.
that's what
We
I said though.
we got on the men so
Exactly.
bad
That's what I
And that's
said
what I'm
too. And I
saying. I
told
spoke
Mills
about
that.
that
I said,
too.
yo, Mills, you my brother and all that, but like you been new before he put you on his meat ride list, before he put Bill on the meat ride list, I called all of them out. I said, yo, I don't jack how it's fake outrage because y'all been knew he was a rapist. Y'all been knew he had these allegations. Y'all been knew women was complaining about him. Y'all been knew he was disrespecting women. Niggas was letting him walk freely. That's why he say what he say. Oh, niggas see me at events, don't do nothing. Y'all made him
Don't do
comfortable.
nothing.
I
And
been
and
said
and
we
that.
got. I
and
think y'all cut the tail end. We got on the men so fucking bad. Like I
Yeah,
feel
and
like
we
I
this
didn't
is a
see that,
male
and we
dominated sport.
appreciate
oh
that as well.
no, I'm on board, and that's why I said we have to. This is what we have to do as a culture today. If we saying today that there's no more, I don't even want to talk about what happened yesterday. We saying from this day forward, he should not be allowed to walk in any event. That means the next time I see him at an event, all the niggas that was there, y'all pussy,
We holding
It's
y'all
all of
up.
them
bitches.
It's
accountable.
up.
Fuck
All of
them.
them.
Y'all
It's
got
up. Like it ain't no
it's up.
questions asked. It's up.
I want y'all to hold these niggas to the same on fuck.
Free.
I'm on that type timing. And just how Wayne was saying, it's if you gonna do it for one, you gotta do it for the next. Cool. Line them up.
Line them up.
Line them up.
But even
Please
then,
send me
like,
their names.
but even
Battle
then, like,
proof. It's a couple of allegations I want to talk about.
but even then,
This
like,
shit ain't recorded either.
and
So if you know what I'm
instead of
saying,
saying like, oh,
Now
well,
I
we
gotta
gonna
talk to
do
the
it for
females
this.
first. I don't just, and that's what I'm saying. But I'm on because the shit I've been hearing is crazy.